I love the way you discuss dildos, anal beads and fingering, but are still very careful to ensure you don't blow Father Christmas's cover.
Thinking of this now breaks my heart. God, it's going to
I'm
set
cry.
me off. I mean, your arse looks terrible in a G-string anyway,
Mine?
doesn't it? No one's arse. Hello, Claire Hamilton.
Hello, Sarah Cox.
Welcome to Teen Commandments, Your Turn, the show where we try to make sense of the often interesting brains of our teenagers. We do that through your excellent stories. Oh, you've had a lovely couple of days since our main ep, which drops every Monday. Obviously, wherever you listen, it's so helpful for the pod if you leave comments and little reviews, and please recommend this pod to people. So hashtag Claire can put down the scissors and
It's coming.
stop hairdressing. One day. Now, Claire, should we start?
Yes.
Our question of the week was, what was your teenage bedroom like? And Lorna says, mine was dark blue with the moon and stars, blue and yellow bedding.
Wow.
And matching curtains and rug. Wow, sounds quite intense. I've been allowed to decorate it myself, and I had to ask for another pot of paint as I'd only managed to paint half the ceiling. Mum and Dad were very confused as they'd bought plenty of emulsion, but it turned out I'd used gloss paint on the ceiling by accident. Well done, Lorna. It sounds beautiful, though.
I did that on my garage door last year, but I painted emulsion on it.
Did you?
Yeah. So easy done. It's an easy mistake, that, Lorna.
Yeah, Lorna, you're not alone. It can still happen to 50-year-old women. What colour were you painting your garage door?
Dark blue.
Oh, were you? And does it not stick on if it's emulsion?
No, it just looks really matte and rubbish. It doesn't look like a garage door.
What's it look like? Just
Shit.
Have you fixed it yet?
Yeah, but even the kids were like, Mum, that's really bad. The neighbours were sort of nodding at me, nodding at my garage door as they walked past. I know.
What does Lucy say?
Lucy says, me and my sister shared. So she used to put a dressing gown tie down the middle of the room to separate us.
Oh God, the classic when you share a room.
Separation.
I always dreamt of doing this with my sister, like thinking we could divide it up and stuff. It's just it's just not practical. But Lucy and her sister managed
the
it.
level of arguments that you're on my side. My side was always an utter tip and hers was spotless.
Also, the belt from a dressing gown. It must have been quite a little room if you can divide it with that. Like, yoink, there we go. Jane says, a Simon Le Bon quilt cover.
Nice.
And a John Taylor pillow. Oh, I had Tom Cruise in the cocktail poster on the wall. Where is he?
He's over there.
Lovely. There's Tom behind me. And let's see, Tom Cruise poster on the wall and some Morton Harket as well, of course. It was an absolute tip with a beanbag that basically became my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jane.
Classic beanbag wardrobe. I had one of them.
Now, who's this from? Oh, we don't have a name, do we? It's from a man, isn't it?
This is from a man.
A man. Ring the man bell. Ding, 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 ding. A dad's been on.
Can we have a man bell?
What's he say?
He says, hi, gals. Loving the pod. Listen to every minute since episode 1. I especially enjoy your turn. I love the way you discuss dildos, anal beads and fingering, but are still very careful to ensure you don't blow Father Christmas's cover.
Good point.
Must be years at radio too.
We will say as well, obviously, because Father Christmas is real.
Yes.
And very, very special. That's why we've all got to be good boys and girls.
Yes, definitely. Just in case any little ones are listening and we are talking about dildos and anal beads, Father Christmas is real.
Important.
We have a half-empty nest as our son has left, but our daughter is still with us. When it suits her mainly, but that is fine, in brackets. Soon after our son left, we moved house and have named a bedroom Joe's room to try and soften the blow as he now lives miles away. My wife was particularly struggling and said that whilst we call it Joe's room, it just simply wasn't. It lacked his belongings and didn't feel like his room, but our son soon helped us out with this.
Nice.
One weekend in December, he was attending a business networking event near our house and asked if he could stay, and we, of course, said he'd be very welcome. He must have done an awful lot of business because he finally swayed up our front path around 2 a.m. He flopped into bed, having left a trail of clothes, and soon after, he vomited up a puddle of beer and red wine sick, which must have been 18 inches across, which I cleared up. The upshot of this is that we now have a bedroom which has that authentic boys' bedroom smell of booze, sick, and feet.
Lovely.
Just like his room at the old house and a stained carpet. Kids can be so thoughtful.
Lovely. Well done to that son.
Yes.
Nice of him. We love your stories. Obviously, hello@teencommandments.co.uk. Leave little comments where you can, wherever you listen to the pod. Claire's there on Facebook as well. Claire was just doing the most gorgeous smile at me, nodding along. Are you having a nice time?
Yeah, I love the Facebook. You know, when I've got little gaps in my day.
Facebook. I just thought in general you're having such a lovely time.
I'm always having a lovely time. I do love coming to London.
There's great comments on Facebook.
Yeah, it's just like, because it's work as well, and I'm just in there just having the best time ever.
Excellent. I'm so glad you love your Facebook so much. Go along and see why it's so fun and join in with the show. If you listened to Monday's episode, you would have heard me and Claire talking about toxic relationships and how if you're a teenager, you can just get drawn into them quite easily, especially back in our day, Claire? And this was in that topic. We talked about it, and it was inspired by this brilliant email that we got that is so interesting, and I think it might resonate with lots of you. We're going to keep it anonymous, but thank you to the excellent woman who sent it in. And she says, "Hello, ladies. Listening to Claire's heartache at her daughter being heartbroken made me think of my own parents and what I put them through back when I was a teen. At 16, I started dating an 18-year-old boy. I meant to say that on the last ep as well. Back in the day, we'd always be dating older boys as well, which I think plays into the issue a little bit as well. So she says, at 16, I started dating an 18-year-old boy. He was totally hot, had a proper boy racer car. He was also so much cooler than my previous younger boyfriend. However, I don't know why. Maybe because I was so young, or just because I didn't have much self-esteem, but I completely overlooked his anger issues." She makes an excellent point there. It is about self-esteem as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And as it goes on, your confidence just goes more and more, doesn't it?
But also, if you start off with not much self-confidence, it gives you a real boost when someone takes an interest in you. He would get jealous and angry and lash out, not hitting me outright, but throwing things that hit me or knocking me over. I forgave him every time. He even once ran me over with his car, making an excuse later that it had accidentally lurched forward. I had many conversations with my parents as to how I'd walked into a door again when they asked me about another bruise. We got engaged, much to my parents' disappointment, and his temper didn't get any better. He ruined everything, and I remember he'd call me a slut or a slapper when I got ready to go out. I honestly don't know who this girl was. On the morning of the wedding, I was left at my house with my dad, all ready and waiting for the car to collect us. And Dad turned to me and said, "I won't be angry if you want to call it off." Thinking of this now breaks my heart. I did marry him. And of course, oh God, it's going to set me off. God. Because it's just, you just want to reach back in time, don't you? And you just feel for her dad as well so much. Of course, my parents were right. My dad had the courage to try and speak to me, and I just brushed it off. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine how he felt in that moment, sending me off to go and live with this man. The marriage lasted 3 years. At this point, I'd been with him for a total of 8 years when I finally left him. I'm definitely a stronger person for my past, but I do feel sad that I missed out on those normal, fun, late teen years. Brace for a happier ending, which is nice. I am married to a fantastic man now and have been for the last 16 years. Our 14-year-old son is the reason I started listening to your pod, and I absolutely love it. What an incredible email. Thank you so much. And she continues, "It brings up so many memories, most of which are funny and not anywhere near as depressing as the one in this email. I'll be back with something much more fun next time, I promise. Maybe on how I accidentally found my parents' porn stash when I was 15. Excellent. Yeah, we'd be fully interested in that. Thank you. Love you both. Please keep making this pod. It strangely keeps me sane-ish." Thank you so much for that email.
Wow. It's kind of really relatable, even though her story is, very different.
Look, we said in the last episode that we were both in toxic, horrible relationships.
Yeah.
That, like hers, were tipping over into violence.
Yeah.
Pinching, bit of shoving,
The
pushing,
slut, the slut, the slag. I know that we say those things in jest. Women can to each other or about themselves, but you can't take that from a guy when you're getting dressed up to look nice.
When you're young and it's just that.
No, that's horrific.
As a young woman, that was the worst thing you could be called back then. And for them to sort of undermine you and just...
Yeah, it's awful.
It's just a constant pulling out of the rug from underneath you, isn't it? That kind of behaviour.
Well, you look nice. That's the point. And they just can't have that. Thank goodness that time has evolved, that there are names for these things.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we?
Yeah. Red flag was never a term when we were younger.
No.
I mean...
How are you getting on with the red flags now, Claire? With the red flag spotting? Have you had your eyes tested? Are you colourblind, babe? I say that with love.
I'm just yet to meet a green flag, let's just put it that way. But,
I mean, luckily this brilliant woman, by the way, thank you so much for email, because I think it'll resonate with so many people.
Oh my goodness.
I think so many of our listeners as teenagers will have been in relationships where, they probably got out before you. They didn't get as far as marriage, thankfully. So you were really unlucky. It's really sad. And, we really, obviously you could tell that we really feel for you that the young you ended up married to that absolute
some people may not have got out until way down the line.
Yeah, at least you got out when you did. So well done you. And bless your dad as well. Your dad they knew, didn't they? And what more could he do,
What can you do? What do you do in that situation if it is your kid?
It's so tough, but a brilliant email.
Yes.
And like we said in the main ep, if you or someone if you are worried that they are in a relationship that is toxic, that is violent, that is unhealthy, if you feel trapped in any way, there is an excellent charity called Refuge. The website is refuge.org.uk. Lots of advice on there and lots of help if you need it. But lovely that email had an happy ending, and she's now got a brilliant man and a lovely boy. And do get back on to us, please, about your parents' porn stash when you can. We look forward to that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we've got a quick one from Anonymous. Hi, ladies. After listening to a recent ep, I was reminded of a time when I met the parent of a boyfriend when I was a teen. In the mid-90s, I dated a lad from Boothstown. Claire, I often wonder if you knew him too.
Me. I lived in Boothstown.
It would have been you in the 90s in Boothstown. Yeah.
Oh, I used to snog in the butcher's doorway. That's not euphemism.
You were fingered on precinct.
No, not me.
Oh.
I wish. I was always hanging around that precinct.
It's nice now, that precinct.
Hoping for a bit of action. Trying to trap boys in my perm. In my man-eating perm. Getting tangled up in my perm. Is it nice? What, have you titivated it?
Titivated it. There's some nice little eateries, etc. And a Sainsbury's. Woo! I first met his dad.
You should go there.
All right, I'll take you.
Boothstown precinct.
I first...
So we're back. Sorry. So she's meeting a boyfriend's parent. Take it away.
Yes. I first met his dad, who he lived with, in the fledgling stages of our relationship. Unfortunately, it was after a big night out in Lee, and I had my head down the toilet wearing solely my lucky purple velvet G-string.
I mean, there's a lot of adjectives in there. It's a lucky G-string. Not only that,
Have
it's
you got
purple.
a lucky G-string?
No, I've not got any G-strings anymore. I wear lovely big comfy soft pants. I've never been so happy. So pleased to wave goodbye to G-strings. I mean, your arse looks terrible in a G-string anyway, doesn't it? No one's arse. But I'm sure yours, how does yours look in a G-string?
I don't know, because I do still wear a G-string now. Yeah, now and again. Yeah.
Anyway, it's purple and it's velvet as well.
She continues, needless to say, nothing was ever said about that first encounter, even though I went out with his son for about a year. The dad did, however, buy me a very modest dressing gown that Christmas.
There you go. You can cover yourself up. Lovely little story. Right, Steph has been on. Hi, Steph. Currently on a girl's 50th birthday holiday in Lanzarote. We're all listening to, I love this. We're all listening to your podcast sitting around the pool. So I thought I'd share a little story that happened last night. Ooh, it was very funny, especially after the all-inclusive drinks, as you can imagine. I'm away with my 3 beautiful best friends who have been besties for over 30 years. We've come away to celebrate 2 of the girls' 50th birthdays, and we're in a fabulous 5-star all-inclusive resort. The only thing is, maybe it's the time of year, but we are the youngest people in the hotel. So we probably brought down the average age to around 70. Now, that becomes relevant a little bit later on. Last night, after drinking jugs of sangria and endless cocktails all day, we went down to dinner. The meal was delicious, the wine was flowing. However, the entertainment was quite tame, with a couple doing flamenco dancing. So we got out a pack of cards to create our own entertainment. With you two having older kids, you may not be familiar with the card game Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. I know that game very well. You basically chant Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza, Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza as you deal out the cards. And if the card actually matches what you're saying, you've got to slam your hand on.
Ah, right.
So when you're saying cat, if it's a picture of a pizza, you just carry on Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese. Drives you mad. And it doesn't help that you've got narwhal and groundhog as well, where you've got to do different actions. You've got to make a horn for your head. Your face now. We need to do a game of this and film it because we'd be so shit at it. But it is hilarious. I love it and the kids' brains are so springy when you play it with them. They're so amazing.
They get it.
Just shows I ruined my brain with the 90s. While trying to beat the rush of hands to win the game, we laughed so hard that one of my besties pissed herself. She told us that she had trickled from giggling. That wasn't until she stood up and the whole seat was sodden and her light blue denim dress soaked with urine all the way down the back. Oh, no. Like the true besties we are, we had her back and we sat there for a further 15 minutes laughing, which didn't help the situation. Eventually, we did calm down and we needed to create an exit plan. We placed a few napkins down on the seat to soak up the excess urine and tied a spare card around her waist to do the walk of shame out of the restaurant. I hope they were like the president's kind of bodyguards at that point as well, like clustering closely behind her.
Probably not.
Off they go. Walk of shame out of the restaurant. And she says at the same point in the night, a very sweet old couple who'd sat there all night watching the flamenco dancers stood up to call it a night too. We waved sweetly at the elderly couple. And then as soon as the 80-year-old woman turned her back, we swiftly swapped her chair. Don't forget, the 80-year-old had the fully functioning bladder for my menopausal friend's soaked through seat. We did feel a little bit guilty passing the incriminating evidence onto the old lady, but we felt maybe the staff may be more sympathetic to her than to us. It was only when we walked out the bar that we saw the cameras that were fixed all around the bar, and especially the one zooming down on the table that we'd been sitting at. Thanks for making us all laugh. Keep doing what you do. Love you, says Steph. Steph, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Story.
So good.
Beautiful. Steph, that was an excellent email. Any more, please, about weak bladders?
Pissing yourself.
AKA pissing yourself. Or anything that we've chatted about in this episode. Of course, we've talked about some serious stuff, and we always encourage, if you want to talk about serious stuff, if you want to tell us about a relationship that you or your teenager has had or is having, obviously feel free to share. You can always stay anonymous. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. Other topics tackled, lucky G-strings, of course.
Yes.
Love to hear about them. We will be back on Monday with our main episode. Until then, have a gorgeous few days. Thanks for listening to Teen Commandments, your turn. Claire, I'll see you next time, babe.
See you next time.
Bye, lovely people.